Talking is for information transfer. Why say anything? Why do people talk? What is talking for? I am the only one that can live my life. You are the only one that can live your life. What do we need to say to each other? What do I need you to tell me about my life? Very little. For example, I might want you to tell me relevant information that I don't already know. As a child, I believed in the information transfer theory of speech, that we speak to tell each other relevant information. This theory fails almost everywhere you look. I was a deeply confused child. Information transfer is a component of speech, but not the basis or even the majority of it. Some other components of speech are handshakes, filtering, social acceptance, emotion, status games, costly signals, and negotiation. Handshakes and filtering. Hello is a verbal handshake, reaching out your hand verbally. The question that hello asks is, does the other party understand verbal handshakes? If they are able to reply hello back, that completes the handshake. Non-reactive objects fail this test, and it filters out people incapable of speech for any reason, such as being unavailable, only speaking incompatible languages, being deaf, etc. The simple protocols after hello are protocol negotiation. Each party offers more advanced protocols to the other. Some examples are, my name is, how are you, and what can I do for you? At this point, the conversation has only established a connection and chosen an initial protocol. No substantive information has been transferred, but it is possible to start transferring now. Depending on the subject, more filtering may be beneficial. Salespeople know not to jump straight from hello to buy my thing. They may ask qualifying questions. Qualifying questions appear to show general interest. What do you do for work? Have you lived here long? They avoid wasting time negotiating with an unqualified person. Depending on the sensitivity and the cost of the topic that someone wants to discuss, they may spend a long time to qualify the other person. Sometimes the filtering is the preface to the conversation, and sometimes the filtering is the purpose of the conversation, such as on an interview or a date. A job interview is an explicit series of qualifying conversations, the conclusion of which is a job negotiation. Dates are a series of qualifying conversations to filter out unsuitable romantic partners. Dating concludes with a relationship negotiation. Social acceptance. Small talk and chit-chat were once baffling to me. What are these people talking about? It's so trite, rote, prescribed, insincere. Why do they do it? Why do they rope me into it? How's it going? Fine, fine. Nice weather we're having. Sure is. I'm screaming internally. This conversation has zero information transfer, is 100% performative, yet it has a function. People do not continue to do things for no reason. There is a benefit, and it is not explicit. What one or both people gain from this conversation is no information. They are expressing social acceptance to each other. I accept you to be here. I recognize you as a part of my community. It's like giving someone a welcoming, pleasant hug without touching them. It is one way of being nice to someone else. It trades social energy between both parties. It is subtly invigorating. Consider the alternative, the stony silence, the hostility of looking at someone in the eye without speaking. People who don't know each other can't be neutrally quiet. There is either animosity, an unavoidable slight negativity, or an artificial effort to create positivity where none has been earned yet. Fake chit-chat. This is one reason that people like being around people with sunny dispositions, such as children. They sprinkle positivity and social energy around, which is much more pleasant than a shuffling, grim silence. Instead of using a superficial small talk protocol, I prefer to initiate conversation on whatever non-threatening topic is on my mind. I can just ask people what they think about something more interesting than small talk. Social acceptance can expand from small talk to camaraderie and playfulness. These are more intense and personal positive expressions without significant information transfer. Emotion. Yay! Oh no! Grr. I can't believe they did that to me. What were you thinking? This is the best. Ugh, so bored. A lot of what people say is filled with emotion. You could say that they are transferring information about their emotional state, but it is usually possible to infer their emotional state from other cues. Rather than informing you about what they are feeling, expressions of emotion are more often implicit requests. Joy and outrage like amplification. Fear likes reassurance. Boredom likes an invitation. If someone tells you their pet died, they might be asking you to sympathize, which includes sincerely sharing their emotion. If you do not share their emotion, the way you speak those words could become hollow or even mocking, making them feel rejected or insulted. Oh no, I'm so sorry to hear that. If you say the same words while you re-experience a similar feeling of loss from your past, the way that you say it might demonstrate a shared experience that helps them feel less alone during a painful time. Oh no, I'm so sorry to hear that. Expressions of emotion can be opportunities to become closer with someone. This is complex. If someone is angry with you, the central message is rejection. They don't like you. They don't like something you've done. Or they don't like something you haven't done, but they are blaming you for anyway. Resonating with their anger and being angry back at them can escalate into conflict. Remaining calm in the face of their anger can also make them more angry. Conflicting with their anger and being happy about it is probably the most likely to make them angrier. Showing submission and appeasing them can encourage them to use their anger more often. This is just one section of the rat's nest of human emotion. This may sound like a no-win situation, but it is often winnable. You can only draw your own chart of the human soul. Competent conversationalists can face this quandary and turn an angry interaction into an opportunity to become closer. After all, we are only angry about things that we care about in the first place. Status games and costly signals. The massive, invisible, underwater part of the speech iceberg is status games and signaling. When there is a group of people talking, and one guy keeps going on long digressions that always happen to mention that he went to Harvard Law School, it is not an accident. By taking the group's attention and holding it for longer than his fair share, he is implicitly claiming that he is higher status and more important than other people. By somehow mentioning Harvard Law School every time, he's making sure that you know that he has exclusive credentials that prove beyond a social doubt that he is higher status and more important than you. His words are not informative, nor entertaining. They are signifiers, communicating superiority, inferiority, and group affiliations. By saying something that is dubious or even obviously false, he can make a costly signal. A costly signal can spend a valuable resource, such as time or money, or something intangible, such as honesty. When someone states an easily disprovable falsehood that matches the public position of a group, they are spending their trustworthiness to demonstrate their loyalty to the group. Group members often feel closer to people who make costly signals. One of us. One of us. Elaborate funerals can also be costly signals. Obviously, the deceased person gains no benefit. Status games and signaling are also a rat's nest of human behaviors. They are the majority of what people do socially. Negotiation. Everything is about benefits. Show me the incentive, I will show you the behavior. People use language to gain benefits. Babies cry for mama. Children beg for candy. Job candidates express fake passion for business. Two people on a date act nothing like they do normally. People express whatever they think will give them an advantage in the negotiated social reality. Whether two people are friends, whether I owe you $5, whether I am an employee at Initech Corp., these are all rooted in beliefs in people's heads. Some of these beliefs are backed by facts and evidence, but most aren't. The things we say can alter these beliefs. These beliefs can alter our benefits. So we must expect people to say whatever it takes to get the benefits they want. Some people are principled, honest, fair dealing, and I salute them, full stop. Most are not honest, and it is hard to decide which is worse, the snakes that lie and know they are lying, or the clueless people that lie so intuitively that they don't notice. Language and culture define a conversational scoring system that you typically accept as a social reality, even when it forces you to score yourself as the loser. Socially defined realities can be ignored, manipulated, or redefined if you can get others to agree. Any successful negotiation must be agreed by both parties. You can unilaterally decide what you want, what is fair, what terms are acceptable to you, and your method of negotiation. If either of you don't like it, you can walk. You may not get what you want this time, but life is long. Repay betrayal with betrayal. Repay kindness with kindness. People will say anything to get what they want right now. You must do anything right now to be who you want. What does not need to be spoken? The phrase "I love you" never needs to be said. Professed love is no proof. Demonstrated love is already proven. Saying it doesn't create it, prove it, or convey it. My happiness is my responsibility, and your happiness is your responsibility. At best, we can request or recommend, but that leaves most of the time silent. Most people chatter and yell at each other all the time, stuffing every moment full of sound and fury to avoid dead air. This is evidence that they are doing it wrong. They are failing to learn what is necessary and effective. Children chatter and laugh constantly. The children are correct. They are figuring out what is going on. Laughter is a response to surprise. Children should be surprised constantly as they learn. As you develop, you should reach a point where you don't need to talk much at all anymore. In my marriage, I was talking all the time to try to improve understanding, resolve conflict, solve problems. One day I was sick and happened to lose my voice. It clicked. All of that talking was ineffective. I can't make another person understand me, and I can't fix their problems for them, no matter what I say. From then on, I was greatly relieved. I was able to avoid hours and days of wasteful talking. My silence didn't solve their problems. I avoided creating additional problems, such as pointless interventions in their life. There are a few couples that stay together happily and nearly silently. They are examples of people who have figured it out. Eventually, there is little more to say. You get along with living tacitly.